Well, Nate, you're back. We're together.
Back.
Both of us together, sitting
Always
here,
together.
having fun, having a couple of cold ones, as in cold Mountain Dews, and talking about the original Star Wars Battlefront. We're going to be taking a look at 5 things it did wrong in part 2 of our review, where we arbitrarily pick 5 things that we don't like about the game.
All right, that's the whole video. It did nothing wrong.
I'm just kidding. I've been exposed. No, so there are some stuff that... There are some things in this game that I think could have definitely been improved upon that really were in the sequel.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into it.
I think the first thing on the list is the obvious one. There's no sprinting.
It's so slow. I don't know if you were watching this earlier, but like on one of the matches I played, because we were switching off, playing it on Xbox One. It actually got re-released for backwards compatibility. And it was faster for me versus running straight to turn the camera to the right and just dive over and over again in one direction to get where I was going.
Yep.
Because it's just so painful to basically crawl from command post to command post. It's not an issue when you're indoors.
No.
Because when you're indoors, what, you're going to sprint anyway? No.
No.
But like when you're outside and you're like, I have to make it from this command post way back here at the beginning of Geonosis all the way to the Spire.
Yeah, it just takes forever. And it was something that, when I was a little kid, I feel like I didn't even notice.
No.
But now going back and playing it, it's like, oh my gosh.
Well, because we've had so many other things. It wasn't the first game to have sprinting, obviously, the sequel.
Even Battlefront 2 had sprinting.
Well, yeah, but what I'm thinking, though, too, is that there were games before this with sprinting, but you didn't notice it that much. Because, again, like we said, this was one of our earliest, like, mainstream shooter experiences.
Yeah.
And since then, we've had so many other games that build on movement speeds, some of them in ways people don't like with verticality that's too much, like Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that movement. But to have nothing like that, where it's just so slow, is painful, especially when you're taking a retrospective look at a game.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, even giving it the credit of its time, there were other games doing sprinting, and this probably should have been one of them.
Well, and if you are going to add in sprinting, at least just make your running speed a little faster.
Yeah.
It took, like, I remember the worst one for me was Renvar Harbor.
Yeah.
Getting, not in the ice caves, but that other one when you're picking the clones. To have to run from there and then run all the way around the mountain just to get to that other base right outside the ice cave.
By the Citadel or whatever.
Yeah. It took so long. Like, it was painful. Like, you could, like, literally set your watch for at least, like, 5 minutes.
It feels like it, yeah. And the thing is, because, I don't know, it's just, there's stuff like that, and I'm not making this its own point, but, like, on the no sprinting point, there were other gameplay elements that should have been here, like meleeing.
Yeah.
Really should have been in this game.
Yeah.
And I just feel like things like sprinting and melee were an oversight, where it's just like they were like, well, you know, whatever, we've designed a good movement system, we're fine. But you have to think there were other games that didn't have sprinting that didn't feel this slow. I mean, Halo.
Yeah.
Halo didn't have sprinting at all in 1, 2, or 3.
You didn't even notice it.
No, because you move fast enough.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that definitely could have been improved upon.
Right.
The second thing we have is that they put heroes in this game, but they're not playable.
No.
They're more just like hazards, and they're invincible unless you do certain things like ram them with a vehicle, knock them off an edge, blow them up off an edge. And that stuff was fun to exploit and mess around with, but it's kind of annoying, especially if you're like out there playing and there is no skill involved in hero gameplay because you can't play as a hero. So the AI runs around with its laser wiffle bat and it'll just smack you over the head with it and insta-kill you and any of your troops that are with you, no matter what, if you happen to run into the hero.
Yeah.
That's kind of stupid.
And a lot of times the heroes were kind of dumb.
Like dumb looking and like acting?
Like dumb in their abilities.
Oh, like AI?
Like for example, you could have a hero on your team, like Mace Windu or someone, for example, and you'll just randomly see them just sitting in like a corner.
Yeah, or they'll like run up, stab one guy, and then stay there for a minute.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, like there's 30 other people on the battlefield you can go after, but you're just standing there.
Well, and when it's really kind of BS is when you're actually playing and you're like one of the last troops left and they have a hero out.
Oh, yeah.
Because how do you deal with that? You can't really kill them unless you cheese the game. And there's certain maps where you can't cheese them to death.
Yeah, you're just screwed.
Yeah. So. And I don't know, that was just kind of dumb. Map hazards are cool, like things like the Sarlacc pit that we saw, But the Sarlacc pit doesn't move around.
No.
And if it did, it would be stupid too.
Yeah.
So the third thing that we have is the camera angles.
This is probably my least favorite thing about the game.
Yeah.
Like, third person, the camera angle was way too close.
Third person at least works, though.
It works.
Like, you can see.
But you could barely even see, like, above you or to the side of you.
Yeah.
First person is completely unplayable.
Yeah, well, on console for sure.
Yeah,
I think on PC with mods, it's much better. Because, like, you used to play this on computer.
Yeah.
And it worked fine for you, even first person.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. There's something about it on console where it's like, it's either not coded right, or like they just didn't care about first person mode at all, because everything is too close to you.
Oh, everything.
And it makes it really hard to hit anybody. You have no peripheral vision. I don't know, for a game that tries to drop you into the boots of a soldier and put you on the ground on the front lines and say, okay, experience this like a soldier, well, then I should be able to see out of that soldier's eyes too, right?
Yeah.
And experience the battle from their point of view. But if I try to do that, I'm basically just a blind person. Like, I can't see a thing.
Yeah, I think we're going to have some gameplay of it on here too, but you have about maybe like a 3-foot radius.
That's what
just
it feels
right in front of
yeah.
you. And that's it. Like, it's just like, oh, if this person's not directly in front of me, I can't see them.
Yeah, the depth of field feels way off for the vision too. The visual cone is weird, and everything's weird in first person. It's like, I don't recommend people play it that way.
It's unplayable.
Whereas
basically.
the new EA games, it's like that's the way to play them, which is so weird.
Yeah, the weird thing is in the new EA games, the third person is really bad.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. Except for as heroes. As
yeah,
heroes it works, but
yeah, the soldier's first person is the way to go in the new ones.
So the fourth point that we had was the historical campaign. I don't think it should have just been cut completely, but I don't really see any effort put into it. Like, at all.
It was basically just instant action maps, and then they just switched them up a little bit.
Yeah, there was like certain things like a faction that was like that was a little different or something like that. Like, like the Sand People play a bit more of a role, I think, in the historical campaign than in the instant action. Yeah. Or the Gungans definitely do.
Yeah, like they have like their shield generator with those, whatever those animal things are called.
Yeah, someone's gonna yell.
Yeah, I know. Someone in the comments like, oh my gosh, how could you not know what they are?
I'm sure there's a name for them, but I don't know what it is. It doesn't help that I didn't really like Phantom Menace that much.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people did.
Yeah, so I don't know. That definitely could have used more work, and I think they really could have put effort into it to actually differentiate it. And that's something that when we cover the second game, you'll see that they really did. Like, they went over the top effort for Rise of the Empire, which is the campaign for Battlefront 2.
Yeah, even like you could play Order 66 and stuff.
Yeah.
It was fun.
They really went all out with that. And it probably was just a case of this being the first one.
Yeah.
But it was disappointing. The final issue we had with the game, honestly, you said that the sprinting part was probably what bothered you the most. I totally get that, but I think that this affects the gameplay the most. That's that the hit detection is kind of inaccurate.
Yeah.
Like, the game doesn't always know what you're shooting at. Like, I don't know if this will be in gameplay or not, because I'm going to have to work with, the hour or two of it that I recorded.
Yeah.
But essentially, you can shoot at somebody, and if a shot grazes them, it's a hit or miss whether it's going to actually connect. Yeah. You have no idea. Like, earlier, obviously, like, I shot a rocket launcher, like, at a guy, passed right through his head.
Yeah, like, the game kind of almost glitched a little bit.
I kind of think that what it is that there is a generic hitbox for everybody, and if it doesn't hit in that generic hitbox, it doesn't count.
Right.
Like, I don't think the hitbox takes into account, like, the droids' heads are shaped differently than the clones, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just like, here's a cone. If you hit in this target, you got a headshot.
Yeah.
And because of that, I don't know, for something that's supposed to make you feel like a soldier, sometimes it's like, well, this doesn't make any sense. I think broken hitboxes are one of the most stressful things in any shooter.
Yeah, this one especially was nefarious with the snipers.
Yeah.
Like, you could be sniping someone, well, and then they would just barrel roll out of the way for no reason. But if you did happen to get a shot on them, the bullet could literally pass through their head at some point, and then you just didn't get the hit.
Well, and what you said too about the AI with dodging out of the way ahead of time, it's almost like there's an aim hitbox. I don't know how this would work.
Yeah.
But it's almost like there's an aim hitbox where like the computer can sometimes tell that you're aimed at them.
And then it'll randomly just start dodging to the side
or
run away or something randomly.
Before you're able to shoot at them.
Yeah.
And that's really weird. Like, I don't really understand it. It's almost like at times the AI is so stupid, but at other times it knows way too much.
Right.
So I don't really know how that worked. And it is very frustrating if you're playing this game and you experience that.
And sometimes you can, like, take multiple shots at someone and he'll be doing, like, 3 barrel rolls like at a time and just dodge
and just
all
changing directions like back and forth like a member of SEAL Team 6.
Yeah, and you're just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I agree completely. It's something that where the game is still really fun, but that really did impact the enjoyment of it, especially as we got older.
Right.
So hey everybody, let us know what you think in the comments down below about Star Wars Battlefront. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. We really appreciate the support. We're growing more and more every day, and we love all of you so much. Hey, let us know, do you like the old Battlefront games more or the new Battlefront games? Or are you not a big fan of the Star Wars shooter games? Maybe you like more of the RPG style or Knights of the Old Republic or Fallen Order? Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.